Hello everybody, how are you all doing? This is now a dry track guide for GYG up in North Wales. A lot of people say it's a single line track, which it can be, but there are some very important corners to this track. So you cross the start line and you can see on the inside there the dark part of tarmac. You want to be on that bit of tarmac completely whilst trying to avoid that curb. This corner is, once your tyres have warmed up, a very daunting, because it'll take you a couple of laps to get it because you'll be going over a crest. But once you do it, you'll think, why didn't I do that every single lap? So the first corner is a flat out corner. Like I said, there's a little crest right on the top, and the first couple of laps you do it, you're thinking, oh, this ain't flat. But the actual time you do it flat for the first time, 100% you'll realise, oh, why ain't I been doing this from the start? Now, I then go up to the right hand side going up the straight to shorten the line, drift back out towards the left for the second corner, which once again is another very daunting uphill corner. It's very easy to think this isn't flat, but when your tyres are up to temperature, this is very easy flat, and people try and use it as an overtaking spot. It's not worth it. You can't redo it and it ruins you for other parts of the track. So if you're behind someone, obviously if the overlap's there, do it. But if you're behind someone, it's worth sitting behind them. So you don't hit the curb, and then you're coming up to the first proper corner here. You'll see the marshal post on the left-hand side. That is your braking reference point. So you brake for that. Cut towards for the first little dummy apex, and then drift back out wide to open up the corner for the first proper corner on the track. You can see I've gone all the way back out to a far width again, and now cut back in for the apex. Try not to run this curb, because at GYG there are very aggressive curbs which will throw you off the track. There's not many curbs you can run. So you can see I've stayed off it. Drifting back out wide again, and then the left is slightly compromised here because I'm overtaking Freddie, but you'll get the gist of it. Once again, stay off this curb. I only hit it because I was overtaking, so I had to keep my line narrower. And we head to the downhill section. So coming down the hill, you've got the double left. This is, in my opinion, probably the trickiest corner on the track. Freddie kindly backs off enough here so I can get back over to the racing line. So you're coming down the hill, and this is a double apex left-hander. It's also downhill and off camber, so you'll be able to see that I am turning very early. That's to take into account of the off camber of this track. So turning very early and the car will carry on sliding. I'll try and nip the end of this curb here, just like this. Go a third of the width back out again, so you don't need any more than a third of the track. And then, so you can see the third of the track, and then I'll go cut back in. Try not to run that last bit of curb and open up your steering to maximise the amount of speed which you can get through this. Then you run it all the way to the outside. Don't go on the grass, as you can see that other people have done and worn it away. Move back over to the left slightly. You don't need to go too far, because otherwise all you're doing is making your track length longer, which will add on time. This is easy flat. Drift all the way out to the left hand side now, and then you've got this corner here, which I feel when I follow people, a lot of people try and take the wide, go full width. There's no need to. So this is flat out, once again, when your tyres are warmed up. Flat out, as close to the curb as you can get. So just as close as you can get to it. Drift back out, and then you can see the original track, and then they've put a wider part of the track there. You don't need to go on the wider part of the track. It doesn't really need to be used. All it does is add on time. Turn back in early again, because it's a downhill off camber track, and there's a little banking on the inside of this that will suck you round the corner. So this is still all flat, and then you get to this bit here. Once you've got the cart straight and settled, you're heavy on the brakes for the slowest corner on the track. This is the downhill section. So heavy on the brakes, turn in early again, because once again it's off camber. You want to use as much of the curb as you can on the left hand side. Then you want to point it straight for the right hand where it drops down. Once again, as much of the curb as you can. Literally stay on the curb and follow it round until you drop off. So you can see I'm following the curb all the way around, drop off there, and that will keep me nice and tight to a right-hander here, which will then open up for a left-hander to make it less of a corner so I can carry more speed. This left-hander here, it is incredibly important you do not touch this curb, because it will ruin you for the last corner, which will then ruin you all the way up the main straight. So you stay off the curb, but keep it to the left as if you're going in the pit lane, and swing all the way over onto the new part of tarmac. A quick little dab of the brakes here, just to get the back settled. Turning nice and early again. So this is old tarmac here, there's not a lot of grip on this. Turning nice and early, avoid the curb, open out your steering, and have a little run to finish line. Now, hopefully, once again, I say this on every video, hopefully this has helped you. Let me know what other tracks you'd like me to do a guide for. If I've got it, I'm happy to do it. Now, I'm going to play a full speed, as always, afterwards, just so you can see the whole track in full speed. Much appreciate that you watched it and got this far. If you find my videos do help, like and subscribe, share them to anyone you think might need a help. I'm also doing another series of question and answers if you want to check that out. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one. Sorry, one last thing as well, which I forgot to mention. I have a video for GYG in the damp coming up shortly, so make sure you check that out.